Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing every single fragrance in my collection, and as you can see I have a couple fragrances, so let's get right into it. Real quick, I just want to say that if you want to sample any of these fragrances, please check out my fragrance sampling website, top link in the description. Now let's get started with the first fragrance. We're going to start with my Jean Paul Gaultiers, and my first Jean Paul Gaultier is Le Male Elixir. This is honestly a very nice fragrance. One of my favorite Le Males for sure. It's very nice, sweet, addictive, warm, vanilla, honey, tobacco. It's amazing in the opening. It doesn't smell as good as the dry down, but I'm a huge fan of the dry down. I'm a huge fan of this fragrance as a whole. Very loud. This is new to me, and I've been really enjoying it recently, so I definitely recommend you pick this up if you're interested. Next up, I have Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau Paradise Garden, and this is really nice, honestly. I do think it's a little bit overhyped though, because to me it is pretty much identical to Le Beau Le Parfum, minus the opening. I think the opening on here is just slightly different. It's a little bit more fresh, a little bit more figgy, but that's honestly just the first like 2 minutes. After that, this is just a weaker Le Beau Le Parfum, and honestly I do not think it lives up to the hype, but it's a great fragrance. You know, Le Beau Le Parfum is one of my favorites, which I'll get into in a second. Really nice, just coconut, tropical, fresh, tonka bean. I really enjoy this. It just doesn't last very long and it's not super strong. And Le Beau Le Parfum, like I just mentioned, this is one of my favorite fragrances. This is just a sweet, tropical party monster. Just a really nice, creamy, tropical coconut with vanilla. Got tonka bean, sandalwood, got a little bit of pineapple in here, a little bit of ginger, a little bit of iris. This is just really nice, a nice, sweet, creamy, tropical coconut, life of the party type fragrance. I love this. It lasts a very long time, projects very well, and this is super versatile. You can wear this all year round. And my last Jean Paul Gaultier is Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Le Parfum. This is just a really nice, warm, intimate, sophisticated gentleman scent. It's a nice powdery vanilla, has iris, cardamom, lavender, oriental kind of notes, a little bit of woodiness in there, but mainly it's just a powdery vanilla. It's just really warm, and honestly this is just quite an intimate scent. It does not project crazy, and it only lasts around 6 hours for me. This is my second bottle, so I definitely do enjoy this. This is actually a 200 milliliter bottle, so it is a big boy. But yeah, just really nice overall, especially for the fall and winter time. A very nice intimate date night scent. Next up, I have my one and only Creed fragrance. This is Creed Virgin Island Water, and just to summarize this really quickly, it just smells like lime and coconut, and it's really nice. You know, it smells great. It's very refreshing. It's one of my favorite smelling fragrances, but it only lasts around 3 or 4 hours, and for the price you're paying, this is just not worth it at all, guys. I love the smell, but for the price, this is not worth it at all. If you have the money, I guess go get it. If you're like me, if you love this smell, lime and coconut, but honestly, yeah, not worth the money. And now getting into my Parfums de Marly, starting with Ojon. This is just an amazing sort of cinnamon, amber, almost apple pie type scent. It's just a really deep, spicy, sweet vanilla amber scent. I really enjoy this. You get that nice warm cinnamon with some vanilla and some amber. I keep saying amber, but that's pretty much what this is. This is amazing. This is honestly kind of like Parfums de Marly's take on Angel Share to me. That might be a little bit of controversial opinion, but honestly, I really like this. This is like a 9, maybe 10 out of 10 in my books. The smell is amazing and it lasts a good amount of time. This is one of the best fragrances you can get for fall and winter. I love Parfums de Marly as a house, and this might be their best. Next up, I have Greenly, also by Parfums de Marly. This is just a really nice, sweet, fruity, fresh fragrance. Got green apple, mandarin orange, Calabrian bergamot in the top. Then as it dries down, those fruits just get a little bit more subdued, and you get some oak moss and some woodiness and a little bit of freshness in there. This is just really nice, amazing for the springtime. I love the scent, and it projects great for a freshie as well. Another great Parfums de Marly for the summer and spring is Percival. This is amazing. This is just pretty much lavender and bergamot to perfection. Just a nice fresh fragrance. I love how fresh this is without any aquatic notes in there. I love how they did that. It's just a nice woody, musky, floral, fresh fragrance for guys, and this is super mass appealing. Gets a ton of compliments, and it's really strong. Lasts like 8 to 10 hours as a fresh fragrance. I love this. This was my introduction to Parfums de Marly, and I could not have gotten a better introductory fragrance. Next is the most popular Parfums de Marly. This is Layton. This is my second bottle. This is just honestly a really nice powdery, spicy vanilla fragrance. You get a nice powdery vanilla, you get some apple, a tiny bit of mandarin, some lavender, some cardamom. It's really nice. You get a little bit of woodiness in there too. Super great for the fall and winter time. Gets a ton of compliments and girls really enjoy it as well. Moving on from the Parfums de Marly's, I have Roja Elysium. This is maybe my favorite summer scent of all time. This is so good. This is just a nice fruity, citrusy, like lime and grapefruit mixture with a little bit of musk and a little bit of woods in the dry down. This is great. This is so good that I have worn it in the winter, and it's a citrusy, fresh fragrance. So this is just phenomenal. It doesn't last a crazy amount of time, just like 6, 7, maybe 8 hours, and it projects moderately. This is just really amazing. Honestly, it's up there with Parfums de Marly Greenly in like my top 1 or 2 favorite fragrances for spring and summertime. This is amazing, and I think it's underrated. Next up, I have Azzaro The Most Wanted Eau de Parfum Intense. This is really nice. I was a little bit let down by it. I like the Parfum better, which I'll get into next, but it's honestly just a really fruity, like just every fruit note synthetically combined that you can think of with some vanilla. It's nice, you know, it's loud, it's sweet, it's mass appealing, it gets compliments, but this isn't really my type of fragrance. I like much more smooth fragrances, and honestly, I think that this is not better than the Parfum, even though everybody says this is better than the Parfum. And then next, like I said, is Azzaro The Most Wanted Parfum. This is just a super nice ginger, woody, bourbon vanilla scent. This is, I think, my favorite designer fragrance of all time. So this is just such a good scent. I don't know how else to describe it. It's simple in the best way possible. It's super easy to understand, and it just smells amazing. It's warm, it's woody, and I really enjoy it. This is very mass appealing, and it gives off a fresh characteristic, even though it's vanilla, that I just love so much. This is, in my opinion, the best designer fragrance you can get for fall and winter. It's sophisticated and smooth, and I just can't say enough good things about it. Next up is Maison Margiela's Jazz Club. This is so nice. Oh, it smells amazing. It's just a sweet tobacco with some woodiness, with some vanilla, and a little bit of booze. I love this smell so much. Maybe the best smelling designer fall winter fragrance. The only issue is that it only lasts around 4 hours. So the performance is horrible, and I honestly just wish it performed longer because the smell is just amazing. Just, they need to make like a Jazz Club Intense version or something, because that is the one thing that this fragrance is lacking. If it had performance, man, this would be maybe the best fall and winter scent you can get for the price. Next up, I have Nishane Fan Your Flames. This is my only Nishane fragrance. And honestly, I blind bought this, and this is maybe my only blind buy that has not been a success. The notes on here are like rum and coconut, got some cedarwood, oak moss, tonka, so I thought I was going to love it. But honestly, this is just such a natural fragrance, if that makes sense, you know? It's like an earthy, natural coconut, an earthy, raw rum, an earthy, like raw, woody smell. It's not like synthesized, if that makes sense. This is not a designer fragrance by any means, and I mean, it is a niche brand, and I should have expected it to be more artistic, but this is definitely much more of a dirty, raw, natural fragrance. It's still great, don't get me wrong, it's just not at all what I expected, and it's definitely been growing on me, I will have to say, but it was not what I expected when I bought it, and this is a nice fragrance if you can get it for a decent price, but it's not necessarily at the top of my recommendation list. Next up is easily one of the best fragrances in my collection, Mancera Amore Cafe. This is so good. This is gourmand, coffee, vanilla ice cream, toffee, caramel. This is just so good. Just a sweet, sugary, like Starbucks caramel frappuccino. Amazing. Nothing more I really need to say about this. It's unisex. Guys and girls can wear it. This is just phenomenal. I love it so much. It gets compliments. This is maybe the second best gourmand fragrance in my collection. Yeah, no, for sure the second best gourmand fragrance in my collection. So good. Very close to being number one. It's just my favorite. It's just slightly better. So yeah, Mancera Amore Cafe. This is a 10 out of 10 fragrance. Lasts a very long time. Projects great. Smells out of this world. Definitely go check it out. Now we're getting into my Xerjoffs, starting with Xerjoff 40 Knots. This is a like insane concoction of a fragrance. This is a lot of things just piled into one. This is ambery, woody, aquatic, like fresh green, sharp, metallic, a little bit of like cinnamon, a little bit of like cotton candy. This is just a ton of things thrown together in the best way possible. I love this smell, but everyone who smells it on me just says it smells like cinnamon to them, which I kind of understand, but at the same time, Like, there is so much more depth to this fragrance than just cinnamon. I think it is very artistically made, and you definitely have to appreciate niche fragrances to enjoy this. Next up, I have probably the most famous Xerjoff is Xerjoff Naxos. This is my second bottle because I finished my first. This is just, like I always say, wealth in a bottle. This is honey, tobacco, tonka bean, lavender, lemon, vanilla, just done to, oh, it's just so smooth. It's fresh yet like honey sweet. It's so good. This is just blended so well. I love this fragrance so much. Please go check this out if you have not already. I think every guy needs to check this out at least once, needs to smell it at least once. It is so, so good. Again, I can't say enough good things about it. This top shelf, these first fragrances are all just amazing, and I love them so much. The next fragrance is the reason why Amore Cafe is only my second best gourmand, because this is Xerjoff Casamorati Italica. This just smells like a straight up sugar cookie. This is once again a unisex fragrance, and this is just so amazing. I can't say anything more than this smells like a straight up sugar cookie. I wish the performance was better. It only lasts around 6 hours, but during those 6 hours, it is a very, very loud projecting fragrance. This is just so good. Got notes of almond, milk, toffee, cedarwood, sandalwood, bourbon vanilla. This is just so, so good. Next up, I have my favorite fragrance in my whole entire collection. This is Initio Side Effect. This is just sweet tobacco, rum, woodiness, and it gets a little bit of like a vanilla smell from the heliotrope. This is amazing. It has some saffron, sweet, spicy rum done to perfection. I love this so, so much. And it has like some sort of nuance to it that is just like hypnotizing, and it like makes you addicted to it. Like, you just want more. It's so good. Lasts like 8 hours, projects moderately, really, really nice. This is really expensive, like $400 for a bottle, but honestly, this is amazing. I cannot say enough good things about this. I know I've said that about every fragrance, but this one, for real, is my favorite fragrance in my whole entire collection. Initio Side Effect. This is the stuff. Next up, I have Gentleman Givenchy Reserve Privé, and this is really, really good. This is that Dior Homme Intense woody iris DNA made better. This has a little bit of like a chocolate tinge to it, a little bit of like a whiskey bourbon tinge to it, and a little bit of like a chestnut tinge to it, which just perfects that woody vanilla iris DNA. I love this so much. This is great. It's very mature, very masculine, but I love it so much, and I wear it anyway. It projects really well, above average projection and above average longevity. I love this fragrance, and I think you definitely got to check it out. Next up, we have Dior Homme Intense, which I just mentioned is a slight downgrade from the previous fragrance, but this is just an amazing woody, iris, sweet, powdery DNA. Very masculine, very sophisticated, very mature. I love this. Great for the fall and winter time. This is very addicting as well. And this is just, man, this has staying power. It lasts like 8 to 10 hours and projects really well as well. This is such a good fragrance. And this is one of the fragrances that kind of got me into sort of high-end perfumery, and I can definitely thank it. Next up, I have Mercedes-Benz Club Black. This is just a really nice vanilla amber scent. There's not really much more to it. It's just pure vanilla and amber. You got a little bit of bergamot in that opening, but yeah, just a really nice sweet vanilla amber scent. Honestly, this is almost unisex. I think some girls could wear this and nobody would really take a second sniff. But this is just really nice. It doesn't last very long, only like 6 hours, and doesn't project crazy. But this is just a really nice, subtle, sweet vanilla amber scent that I really enjoy. Next up is Lattafa and Armaf Caprice. This is a clone of YSL La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique. And oh wow, this is so good. This is just cardamom done to perfection with some nice freshness added to it. This is so good. This is an amazing clone. I just wish it was stronger. It's not super duper strong, and it only lasts around 6 hours, but this is like magical. I really, really enjoy this. Such a great fragrance. It definitely deserves a check out. Next up, I have Lattafa Oud for Honor and Glory. This is so good. This is another amazing gourmand scent. This is a pineapple creme brulee with some vanilla, some turmeric, some cinnamon, but just mainly a juicy pineapple creme brulee. I love this. Very artistic, especially for only $30 from Lattafa. Very good. This is super loud, and it lasts like 8 hours as well. This is really, really nice, and honestly, I should recommend it more to people. Next up is Lattafa's Oud for Glory. This is a clone of Initio's Oud for Greatness, and this is just a really nice, dry, woody, spicy fragrance. It's very mellow, but very nice, and the dry woodiness like kind of gives it a freshness, which makes a really nice just daily wear fragrance. Even though it's dark, I think you could still wear this daily. I can't really say the same about Initio's Oud for Greatness because this isn't necessarily a one-to-one clone, but this by itself is just a really nice woody, spicy, everyday fragrance that I think works for a lot of guys. It lasts a good 8 hours and it projects pretty well as well. Now it's time for a quick run of my Armaf Club de Nuits, starting with Intense Man. This is the Eau de Toilette. This is a Creed Aventus clone, and this is just really, really close. Just a nice lemon, citrusy, smoky, woody scent. Very masculine, amazing, very mass appealing. There's a reason there are so many clones of the Creed Aventus DNA. This is one of the best clones you can get, and it lasts like 8 to 10 hours and just smells so nice. It projects so well. Just a very nice masculine everyday scent. Next is Armaf Club de Nuit Iconic. This is technically a clone of Bleu de Chanel, but I think it really just takes the best aspects of all the top blue designer fragrances. You got Sauvage, Bleu de Chanel, Dylan Blue, YSLY, and just makes it just all fused together in the best way possible. This takes a really nice sort of fruity opening and adds some citruses and some ambroxan, got some woodiness, and you got some musk in there too. This is really nice. It's super sporty. I typically find myself wearing this when I'm going to play pickup or going to the gym. This is really nice, and it lasts at least 8 hours as well and projects really well too. Next up, we have Armaf Club de Nuit Sillage, and this is a clone of Creed Silver Mountain Water. And honestly, I don't really like this. This is just a really inky lemon scent. I don't like it. It just smells like a dirty lemon. I don't really have anything else to say. Not my favorite. Wouldn't recommend. Next up, I have Armaf Club de Nuit Untold. This is a Baccarat Rouge 540 DNA clone, and this is just really nice. It's just that light, airy kind of cotton candy, saffron kind of smell you get from Baccarat Rouge. It lasts without like screaming and projecting. It's just really nice. It's a light, airy scent, unisex. Both guys and girls can wear it, and it clones the Baccarat Rouge DNA pretty much seamlessly, perfectly. Can't really find any difference between it and Baccarat. So just really nice. Honestly, I don't find myself wearing it a ton because I don't really like wearing this type of DNA, but for someone who does, it would be a great choice. Next, we have Armaf Club de Nuit Milestone. This is a Creed Millennium Imperial clone. This is really nice. It's just a nice salty seawater kind of smell, like a very realistic sea salt ocean smell, like the Mediterranean, and you get a nice like watermelon and cranberry kind of red fruit accord. Just makes it really nice. It's just a super nice, sophisticated, fresh scent. I really enjoy this. I think it clones Millennium Imperial almost perfectly, like 99% accurate. This is an amazing scent that I love so much, and I think it's underrated. Next up, I have Lattafa Vintage Radio. This is a clone of Initio Paragon, and this gets pretty much 99 to 100% of the way there. Just a really nice, fresh, floral, plum-focused scent with some vanilla. It's just really nice. Fruity, fresh, floral, plum, vanilla scent. Amazing. It's unisex. I don't really wear this because it is leaning that feminine side, but it's really nice. It's clean, and it smells great. Next up, I have Lattafa Camra. This is probably my second favorite fragrance in my whole collection for a variety of factors. First off, this just smells amazing. Angel Share DNA, boozy, vanilla, cinnamon, just amazing as praline, cognac. It's just so, so good. This smells like Christmas in a bottle. Projects amazing and lasts like 8 to 10 hours. It's only $30, and I have worn this more out of any other fragrance in my collection. This is so, so, so good. I cannot recommend this enough, especially for the price. Please get your nose on this. It is amazing. Next up, I have Lattafa's Liam Gray. This is a clone of Gris Charnel, and this honestly is just a nice powdery iris with some fig and a little bit of woodiness. It's really nice, very mature, fresh, lasts around 6 hours. I really enjoy this. I've gotten a compliment on it, and I've only worn it once. So definitely a solid fragrance for a guy who wants a nice, sophisticated, all-year-round scent. Next, I have Lattafa Assad, which is an amazing Dior Sauvage Elixir clone. It just smells like a Middle Eastern spice cabinet with some added vanilla and woodiness. So, so nice. This is beast mode, very masculine, lasts a long time, projects very loud. I really, really enjoy this, and my girlfriend loves it as well. Ultra masculine and ultra awesome. Next is Lattafa Assad Zanzibar, which smells nothing like regular Lattafa Assad. This just smells like a like tropical kind of creamy coconut with some woodiness. Got some iris in there, so it's a little bit powdery. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of this smell. I love coconut, but not necessarily in the way this does. It has a coconut water note instead of just coconut, and the iris in there just kind of mixes with it, and it just smells like a kind of like powdery sunscreen, if that makes sense. It's not horrible, but it's not my favorite, and I wouldn't really recommend it. Next up is Lattafa and Oud Intense Oud. This is a Maison Margiela by the Fireplace clone. And this is really nice. It's just a smoky, woody oud scent with some sugar that makes it smell like you're roasting marshmallows by a campfire. Really nice. This is beast mode. Smells kind of like incense to some people though, so be careful of that. Very strong projecting, lasts a very long amount of time. You have to be conscious about how many sprays of this you're wearing, but it just smells phenomenal, especially for the fall and winter. Next is the cheapest fragrance in my whole collection. This is Lattafa Cahiers d'Alfarsan. This is like $13. And wow, this is just a big dose of juicy pineapple mixed with Creed Aventus and mixed with Baccarat Rouge. So it's a nice smoky woody scent with some pineapple, and also like a nice cotton candy saffron scent with some pineapple. So nice. Amazing for $13. Like life of the party kind of tropical vibe, and it lasts a good like 6-7 hours as well. Next is Lattafa's Ishq Al Shayouk Silver. This is a 1 million Lucky clone with an added pineapple note. The opening is a nice citrusy pineapple, bergamot, apple, and as you dry down you get a nice woody, creamy, nutty vanilla base, and it's just so nice. I love this. Clones 1 million Lucky amazingly, and I enjoy it very much. I think it's criminally underrated, amazingly versatile, and just works in every situation. Super nice, especially for a youthful guy. Next up is Lattafa's Eternal Oud. This is a clone of MFK's Grand Soir, which is a very vanilla and amber focused scent, and I think this gets 80% of the way there because it adds a nice oud note and adds a nice powderiness as well. I really enjoy this. It's really nice. This is what you would call a grandpa cologne though. It's not super screeching in your face and only lasts around 6 to 7 hours. So really nice for the fall and winter, but it's definitely for a more mature crowd. Next up, I have Afnan 9 p.m. This is an amazing ultra male clone. A nice fruity apple, pear, bergamot opening. You get a nice lavender note that you get from that lamel DNA. And you get some nice cinnamon and some nice vanilla. Super duper nice. I like this better than ultra male because it's even fresher. I really enjoy this, and this is one of the best fragrances you can get as a teen guy. Super versatile. You can wear it whenever, and it lasts like 8 hours and projects really great as well. Next up, I have Lattafa's Confidential Gold. Haven't spoken about this one in a hot minute, but this basically just smells like Xerjoff Herbe Pure with an added peach note. Just kind of smells like peach gummy rings with a little bit of freshness and a little bit of other fruits in there as well. Not really much more to say. Not really my thing. Only lasts like 5 or 6 hours, and it doesn't really project that crazy either. Next up, I have Lattafa's Fakar Black. This is a clone of YSL YDP, and this just smoothens out the DNA, makes it less screechy, and makes it a little bit more subdued. So it only lasts around 6 or 7 hours, but it's still a really nice fresh green apple focused scent. Got that lavender, got that sage. So nice. I really enjoy this DNA, and honestly, as a standalone fragrance, I enjoy this a little bit more than YSL YDP. Next, I have Lattafa's Mahir Legacy. This is a Sedley clone, and honestly, yeah, no, I do not like this. It smells like rotten lime. It's just horrible. There's something wrong with the musk note in here that I just do not like. It's a very nice citrusy lime kind of lemon scent for the first like spray, but then like as it dries down, oh, just nasty. I do not like this at all. Maybe I have a bad bottle, but yeah, I'm not a fan. Next up is Afnan's Tarathi Blue. This is a Bulgari Tiger clone. This is just amazing. This is a nice warm, orangey, grapefruit, citrusy opening with a nice woody, musky base. Nothing more to say. This is phenomenal. I like wearing this in the fall and winter time as a freshie because of the effect that the citruses have. It makes it kind of warm. I really enjoy this, and sometimes when I wear it, I layer it with YSL YADP or Lattafa Fakar Black, and they make a great combo. Next up, I have Maison Alhambra's Woody Oud, which is a clone of Tom Ford's Oud Wood. This is really nice, and I'm not going to show it too much on camera other than that one little one because I don't want to get demonetized, but yeah, this is just a really nice, fresh, oudy fragrance. Not really much more to say. Yeah, people have told me it smells like clean laundry, but I don't get that. But if that's what other people are smelling, that's what other people are smelling. Next up, I have Maison Alhambra's Bright Peach. Same boat as the last one. It's a clone of Tom Ford's Bitter Peach. So nice. This just smells like straight up peach gummy rings mixed with cognac. This smells amazing. I will never wear this, have never worn this legitimately because the smell is just not something I want to smell like, but it is definitely something I want to smell. So I do spray it a couple times just around if I want to smell it. Every now and then. It smells great. I'd love to smell this on my girlfriend. Great scent, just not necessarily something for a guy like me to wear. Next up, I have Armaf Trainaway. This is a green Irish tweed cologne, and this is really, really nice. This is just a fresh, green, herbal, aquatic, woody, like almost oak moss scent. So nice. This is a hit with a lot of older guys too. Not necessarily just for myself. I really enjoy this. It's just so nice and like, this is like the historical like masculine smell. Like when you smell this, you think of like a masculine like lumberjack. Next up is Versace Hawass, the TikTok hype beast. This just smells like a grape sort of raspberry soda. In the opening, you get some nice musks and aquatics. On the dry down, this is a beast mode fragrance for me. Lasts like 10 to 12 hours and projects crazy. Definitely a good pickup, especially for 30 bucks. I have heard that the recent bottles don't have the same performance as I do though, so I don't know, take it with a grain of salt. Next up is Rochas Moustache Eau de Parfum. This is a clone of YSL Tuxedo. This is really nice, just a nice smooth vanilla patchouli woody scent. I really enjoy this. I think it has a little bit of rose as well. This is just a very unique sort of warm, like cozy for fall and winter scent for a sophisticated guy. I really enjoy this, and I love how unique this scent is. Never smelled anything like it, and I really enjoy this. I think it's super underrated. Definitely go check it out. Next is Al Hermain's Amber Oud Gold Edition. This is a cologne of Xerjoff Herba Pura, and it is spot on, exactly the same. Just a ton of fruits, almost like candied fruits with some soapy, fresh, almost an aquatic note in there as well. I enjoy it, but on my girlfriend, not on me. So yeah, definitely a feminine scent. She literally wears it whenever she comes over and needs to wear a perfume. I have never worn this legitimately myself because it's so feminine. Next, I have Al Hermain's Detour Noir. This is a great cologne of Parfums de Marly late and on the dry down. The opening is not very close though. Makes it kind of a blown out Vicks Vapor Rub kind of smell. But if you ignore it for the first 5 minutes, it is amazing. And like I said, same thing with Leighton. Powdery, vanilla, apple, bergamot, cardamom, lavender. Super duper nice, especially for the fall and winter. Next up is Paco Rabanne 1 Million Parfum, which I guess is just Rabanne now. I don't know. But this is just a really nice vanillic white floral scent with a little bit of spices in there, a little bit of fruits in there as well. Super nice. This is definitely unique when it comes to the 1 Million flankers. I don't think it smells similar to any of them. Really, it's really nice to me. I really enjoy it, and I think if you're looking for a unique 1 Million flanker that lasts like 10-12 hours, definitely go for this. Next up is Halloween Man X. This was hyped up by Jeremy Fragrance, and I do not agree with the hype. This is like a yucky, metallic, dark, bitter coffee mixed with vanilla. I don't like how this is blended. It's just really sharp and kind of dirty smelling. I don't enjoy it, and I don't really recommend it either. Next up, I have Cremo Spice and Black Vanilla for $20. This is amazing. Smells kind of like Spice Bomb Extreme, and honestly, just vanilla, kind of like a cardamom, cinnamon, nutmeg, a little bit of like bourbon, vanilla. I really, really, really like this. Super great. Lasts like 6-7 hours. Amazing fall winter scent for 20 bucks. Next, I have Dumont Nitro Red. This just smells like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. In the opening, it dries down to just be a nice fruity, musky, aquatic scent. Super duper nice. This gets a lot of compliments. And honestly, I don't wear it enough. It's kind of like Versace Hawass, where it's just super duper fruity, and it's pretty beast mode. This lasts like 8-10 hours. So yeah, very versatile. This could be your only scent. Super duper sweet and really nice. Next up is Boucheron Jai pour Homme EDP. This just smells like shaving cream mixed with cinnamon, mixed with lemon. I really like it, but it is pretty mature, honestly, and it lasts like 6-7 hours, projects moderately. It's nice if you know what you're getting into, especially for only like 25 bucks. Next up, I have Armani Strong With You Intensely. This is my second bottle. So good. This is just vanilla, chestnut, smoky, woody, a little bit boozy. This is just amazing, you know? It deserves the hype in my opinion. This is just your average designer winter fragrance, which is amazing. So I guess not average, but you know, it smells like your average designer winter fragrance, just bumped up a couple notches of like good level, you know? Oh my goodness, this is just amazing. Lasts like 8-10 hours. Really, really nice for sure. Next up, I have Azzaro Chrome. This is just a really nice, Just fresh shower gel fragrance, honestly, lasts like 3 hours. Super duper strong for those 3 hours though. Just a really sharp shower gel aquatic fragrance for guys. Next is Nautica Voyage, the $20 Hype Beast. I love this. It's nostalgic to me. This is one of my first fragrances. It smells like a green apple cucumber with some aquatic notes, and I just love it so much. It only lasts like 4 hours, but I love just spraying it on for the gym, especially because it's so cheap. So nostalgic to me, and I do not get the hate. Getting down to the last like 15, we have Zara's Rich, Warm, and Addictive. Honestly, this isn't great. It smells pretty feminine. Just smells kind of like alcohol mixed with vanilla. Yeah, not great. I don't really recommend. Unlike the last one, I definitely recommend this. Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Extreme. This is just a nice spicy plum, tobacco, almond, vanilla scent. So good. Well, actually, it's not vanilla. It's heliotrope, but it smells like vanilla. So nice. Very, very sophisticated while being youthful. I really enjoy how this smells, and this gets me a ton of compliments. Lasts like 8 hours. This is the most underrated fragrance of all time, in my opinion. Next is Guerlain L'Homme Eau de Parfum. This is not as good as the last one, in my opinion. This is just a more subdued version. It has cherry instead of plum. It's not as screaming in your face, and there's definitely a more deep, woody, vanilla base. It's not really screaming in your face. It's more of a grandpa cologne, but the best grandpa cologne you've ever smelled in your life. Lasts like 6 hours and gets close to the skin. But it's really nice when you do catch whiffs of it. Next up, I have Polo Red EDT. This was the first cologne that I ever wore like seriously. And this is just really nostalgic to me. Really is not that great of a fragrance. It doesn't last very long, only like 3 hours, and it just smells like alcohol mixed with cranberries and like barbershop lavender, I guess. My girlfriend loves it. This is like her favorite fragrance that I own, which is kind of funny. I guess just because it's nostalgic. But yeah, it smells great to me, but I don't think other people share that opinion, and it doesn't last long at all. Next up is Ralph's Club Eau de Parfum. This is just a really nice, fresh lavender, iris, cedar scent. This is like Dior Sauvage, made for a sophisticated gentleman. I enjoy it. I don't really wear it as much anymore because it's just pretty basic. It lasts like 6 or 7 hours. This is a great everyday fragrance for a sophisticated gentleman, honestly. Next up, I have YSLY EDP. Like I talked about earlier with Fakar Black, this is really nice. Just a fresh, fruity, very mass appealing, gets a ton of compliments. I like it, you know? It's good. It's a staple in the cologne community for a reason. A lot of people really enjoy this, and I'm one of them. It lasts like 8 hours, so yeah, definitely a youthful scent and definitely a good one as well. Next up, I have Coach Green. This just smells like I don't even know, like kiwi Jolly Rancher, if that's even a thing. It's really good, honestly. It's like a spicy kiwi, almost smells like Spice Bomb Night Vision, but it only lasts around 4, maybe 5 hours if you're lucky. So I really like the smell, but since it doesn't last too long, I don't really ever wear it. But yeah, it smells good. Now for the last 5, I have my Versace fragrances, starting with Versace Eros EDT. This was my first full bottle fragrance that I ever had, and this is just amazing, so nostalgic to me. Minty, lemony, apple in the opening with a nice vanilla cedar dry down. So nice, life of the party, gets compliments, very versatile too. Contrary to what everyone says, I do think it is very versatile. Doesn't really last a crazy amount of time, like 6 or 7 hours, but this is great, especially for a teenager. Great entry into cologne, and it gets a ton of compliments. Next is Versace's Dylan Blue. This is just a, shower gel blue fragrance. You get a little bit of fruitiness, a little bit of incense, a little bit of woodiness, a little bit of amber. It's really good, honestly. No complaints here aside from the fact it only lasts like 5 or 6 hours. Next, I have Versace Pour Homme. This is a great, just light picker-upper scent. This is just super good. Citruses, like lemony citruses in the opening. You get a nice aquatic middle, and then you get a nice woody, ambery base. I really enjoy this, honestly. It only lasts like 4 or 5 hours, but this is great if you're just going to go out for a quick errand. You want a really nice, light, fresh scent. This is amazing for that. The last 2 scents are scents that I am not a fan of at all. First is Versace the Dreamer. This is one of my first fragrances. I don't like it at all. It's just like tobacco with like some weird florals in there. I don't like it. It smells like buttery popcorn in not a good way to me. Honestly, maybe it's just because I'm young and I can't really understand the complexity of this grown-up scent. I don't know. But yeah, I don't like it. And lastly, Versace Blue Jeans. Same thing with this, really. I do not enjoy it. Has a decent lemon kind of smell in the opening, but then it just smells like straight up BO, like a little bit of like poop in there maybe. I don't even know. I don't really like this. But yeah, I know a lot of people do. I know Micro Fragrance loves it, and maybe his bottle's different than mine. I don't know. Maybe it just smells different off his skin. But yeah, I don't really like it for myself. Whew, that was a long video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to sample any of the fragrances mentioned in this video, please check out my fragrance sampling website, top linked in the description. I appreciate all you guys so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.